G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a universal sporting shotgun. It's a USAS-12. It is a South Korean designed shotgun made by Daewoo Precision Industries, which is a subsidiary company owned by Daewoo. So if you've seen any Daewoos getting around on the road these days, the same company produces these things. Does that feel weird? It feels weird to me. Anyways, this thing has custom animations. The sounds are that of a standard vanilla game combat shotgun, and the attachments are most very disappointing because there is no option to put 12 gauge frags in this thing, which is a massive fail. This mod is unplayable. If you're going to use a USAS-12, it needs to have frag rounds so it can play like Battlefield 3 back in the day when that was incredibly overpowered. I was that guy. I was a team deathmatch, USAS-12, frag rounds, claymores. Just terrible person all around. Anyways, let's get into the attachments. First of all, we've got the receiver. In real life, this thing can fire in an automatic platform, but if you want to modify it to that, you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of damage. And due to how shotguns work, a quick reminder, all of that damage is divided within the rounds that it fires. All of that damage is going to be soaked up by your enemy's armor resistance quite a lot. Not even mentioning that we're getting a 50% damage penalty thanks to the very hard difficulty anyway, so they're going to be tanking it up a little bit. Maybe if it fires fast enough, it might have the slight edge over in DPS, but advanced receiver just for, better shot per shot damage and, the efficiency of it, I think is the best choice. If you've got a short barrel on now, you can have a longer barrel and a shielded version, which will increase your recoil control and narrow the spread down, which is nice. It's actually, that's the heat shield from the combat shotgun that they've put onto the top of half of that barrel. That's interesting. Next, we've got a stock. Right now, it's just got a buffer tube. You got to download a patch if that's showing up to be completely invisible, so make sure you got that if you're wanting to use this thing with a buffer tube. You can also have a shovel stock, possibly inspired by the Nuka World shovel stocks on the handmade rifles. Next is a full stock, really cool looking, better recoil. A marksman stock gives you better aim with scopes, which, since we're not firing singular projectiles, I don't really know why you'd want to attach that on other than having a cool M4 looking stock. There's also a recoil compensating stock, which is the same stock but collapsed, which gives you exceptional recoil control, so why not? Next, we've got the magazines. You have a standard magazine, a medium one, or a drum, or quick eject versions of that, which have tape around it, which makes you reload faster. How? I don't know. Next, we've got the sights. You can have iron sights that you see right now, glow sights, which I think look really cool. You've got a ghost string for your front sight, and your rear sight is a little glowing dot. You also have red versions of those, teal, and also white. A little bit more Battlefield feeling in that. Next, or Battlefield 3 at least. Next, we've got the reflex sights, which are railway reflex sights, apparently. That's what that one's called. And it doesn't actually remove the carry handle from this like it did back in Battlefield 3 using this thing. It just puts it right on top like a service rifle from Fallout New Vegas when they port those things over to have all of these modern tactical attachments, which is okay. I guess there's also a laser sight, which will completely remove your ability to aim down the sights. You'll just aim with a little bit of a laser on the middle of the screen, which is great if you want this thing to stay out of your way when you're aiming down sights at things, which I think is nice. There's also options for short scope, medium scopes, and long scopes. Why would you want to scope on a shotgun? Wow, if you want to use a sniper perk, or if you've got that acquired, then you can knock people down with this thing, because it's a semi-automatic rifle type weapon. Even though it's a shotgun, don't worry about it. But the multiple projectiles means you roll that knockdown chance very, very rapidly, and especially with a weapon with this type of fire rate, you're going to be getting lots and lots of knockdowns with this thing. Let's just go for, let's keep this one basic. We'll just go white glow sights on this, and you've got a muzzle slot. You can have a spike break, which will increase your recoil control even further, compensate a muzzle brakes for recoil again, and then you've got suppressors, will give you a little bit of extra damage thanks to the fact that you've got ace operator, and will reduce your range to a terrible, what, 53? That's okay. We're going to go out with a suppressor on this one. We're going to choose a suppressor for one of these ones, but for this one, I feel like the suppressor won't be much needed because 71 range is low enough as it is, so we don't want to push that even further down. And of course, we've got a legendary effect provided by legendary modifications. We can provide this thing with explosive rounds, but unfortunately for us, it's the Battlefield 3 12 gauge frag rounds from home. Mum's not going to get you the Battlefield 3 versions. You have to stick with the ones at home. And of course, you've got some materials here. You can make it bronze, copper, and oil spill, which has all of these cool reflections and effects when you roll it around in this little preview thing here. So isn't that nice? Pick what you want. I think normally I'd want to go for just standard or possibly oil spill. This one's all reactive and colorful, so why not? Anyways, that's our universal sporting shotgun. Yes, sporting. Those hogs won't know what hit them. Let's begin. I'll show you how to get this thing there. The USAS-12 is injected onto the level list at level 18. You'll find it in shops, including Brotherhood shops. You also can find it on gunner bosses, triggermen, and also Brotherhood scribes as well. So they're packing serious heat. And judging by the level this thing's available at, we should be experiencing or expecting similar performance to a combat shotgun. So there you go. Alrighty, welcome back. Immersive Gunners Plaza awaits. Here is our USAS-12 in first person, aiming down sights with the white ghost ring. As you can hear, same sounds as a combat shotgun, that's fine, but the rate of fire with the advanced receiver, blazingly fast, very good. Next, we've got the suppressed sniper status version. Still with buckshot, but it's got a scope, so I can knock people down. We'll see that in practice a little bit later on. And lastly, we've got this one, an explosive surprise. There's the rate of fire with this thing on full auto. I've picked a lesser magazine because, you know, I didn't want this to be a crushing all video, but we'll start off here just by sniping, I guess. Oh, they're close. They're very close indeed. Where are my sniper knockdowns? There they are. Right on cue. I appreciate that. And granted, we're not getting the damage that we want simply because they're far too far out from me. It is still sort of satisfying killing them like this. Although, I'm getting sneak criticals. That probably won't last forever, mind you. It will not, but that guy gets pushed, knocked right on his ass. And there we go. We've experienced the entire range of a damage drop off with that short little engagement there, because as soon as he dropped back, he was only taking 1 damage per pellet instead of whatever else he was taking before, like up in the 20s-ish. So this is where, this is basically exactly where I want to be with this shotgun. Granted, we are getting a little bit of extra damage thanks to Ace Operator as well to increase this thing's overall output and DPS. But honestly, them charging up to me like this, they really don't want that. Also, you may have noticed, I don't know if I've shown this thing off in third person yet, but a little bit more tanky today. I felt like we needed it. We've got a little bit of ballistic weave happening on a plate carrier, but yeah, that just gives us a little bit more staying power in a fight where, you know, I was aware that I was probably going to be standing in front of a lot of angry gunners all shooting me at the one time, so that's fine. Now, I wonder if they've done an assault rifle here. Meaning the iron sight still have the scope keyword. It doesn't look like that's actually happened, but if you use a vanilla game assault rifle right now, unless you've got some sort of patch to fix it, it'll knock people down with the iron sights using a semi-automatic receiver if you've got sniper rank 2 and all that. Ooh, is that? That looks like a USAS. Here, we'll share, we'll exchange notes. Not very effectively, I might add. We'll come back to that one a little bit later, I think. And whoop. That was an enhanced movement mod having that effect. And as expected, USAS-12 with frag rounds, it's going to crush everything. Still, this could be way better if it was just one explosive slug, perhaps with the sentry bot explosion attached to it, just to give it a little bit more punch. I think that would be fitting. Anyways, next time we get into combat, we'll probably get XCOM music. There it is. Beautiful. So, I suppose that's what it's like being on the receiving end of this. Just traces absolutely everywhere. Like I'm going through hyperspace in a Star Wars movie. But yeah, I'm gonna put this thing away now because it's kind of taking the piss. We'll go back over to this one. So the thing about gunners in this game is that once they get to their high levels, they get very tanky. They've also decked out in combat armor as well. So you'll find that shotguns are fairly less effective against them than what you might like, which means they do tank it up a little bit, but fortunately this thing's got the rate of fire and obviously DPS to back itself up a little bit with its overall output. And are we done? If these guys aren't in here, I'm going to be surprised.
Sweet.
There we go. Whoops, forgot my cinematic slow motion condor breach. And lastly, the invisible one. There's the bashing animation, by the way. I love how the carry handle gets in the way like that. Oh, there you are. Knocked you down. All that blood wasn't covered by the stealth boy in question. Anyways, so now that we're all more acquainted, let's do this a little bit more personally. That was only a conscript. I think it went a little bit too much on that one. And back over to our snipery knockdown one. Now that you're on the ground, we'll just stand right on top of you and hit you like that. How's that sound? Quickly Spider-Man warp up here. Sit down. You're not getting away with this. And after this last kill, wherever you might be, we'll be done here with Immersive Gunners Plaza. Okay, so I think this has exceeded my expectations a little bit thanks to its massive rate of fire. This thing is just completely trounced what you could get out of a combat shotgun, especially if you've got a version of this that is kitted out and spec'd out to be like suppressant automatic and also with a big magazine. I think that's probably the only thing that I'm missing with this thing, but there you have it. That there was USAS at Immersive Gunners Plaza. It's done pretty well, and there's the plate carrier that I was speaking of. Everything vital is being covered up. No heart, no livers are going to get shot during this, and I think that worked out during the end. Is that less distracting for you, random viewer that commented chirping me? It's fine, they live on a beach, don't worry about it. So, getting the right amount of VATS criticals is going to make this fight a little bit easier, I'd suspect. And we've got a bunch of Rust Devils around, which that robot's decided, nah, bro, I'm out of here. Okay, that one's gone for a self-destruct. That's fine. We'll knock the swan down and then clear out some of the lesser enemies here. I'm used to these guys being called hooligans. Haha, look at that. Look at them spinning around in the air like that. That's Todd Howard physics. Remember, if it wasn't realistic, they wouldn't have put it in the game. Anyways, let's continue this. We'll try to find his face. Get some cheap little headshots just to make this job a little bit easier. Sit down. There it is. Perhaps mistiming the reloads a little bit, but oh my god. I get so much defense if I got Ballistic Weave on. I'm even more tanky than usual. Alright. Looks like Tactical has come in to help me, so we'll keep doing this. Now, are you going to turn on me? Yes, you are. You moron. That's okay, we'll use you for gun fu. Just gotta find his face, wherever it might be. I think it's under there. Nope, I got completely the wrong side of him. Anyways, before he hits me again, we'll just do that. And we've got a full bar of AP. Oh wow, we crit for 3 damage per pallet. That's just painful. And at this stage, He is mutated, which means he's going to start hitting harder. What I could do is let him get me into Nerd Rage, and then using that, we could just do our damage even better, because honestly, this is taking way longer than I would have hoped. Perhaps a little bit more expensive on ammo than I would have liked as well. Not that it's really that much of a problem. I thought that was his head. That was a pretty good amount of crit damage there. And ooh, I'm going to count this as a win if you fall through the Earth Swan. Although I will say, this is a pretty handy way to defeat him. Let's just find that arm. Actually, does Penetrator work through the ground like that? Doesn't look like it. Well, I think I got this one on ice, and there he goes, through the earth. Now I can't get him. Oh, he's rustling around the grass, though. It's like he's cloaked or something. Okay, look, I think you get the idea. Let's do something a little bit more powerful, a little bit more explosive. Okay, so I've done up my explosive USAS-12 with a reflex sight, suppressor, and a big drum magazine on the bottom. So we'll just test this thing slightly against the little insects over there. So it's a proper 1v1. Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station, ghoul. Oh yeah, good start. And could I just stand here before he even gets to me? Yes! Okay, so that's kind of the power that you'd kind of be expecting out of an explosive shotgun turned to the absolute 11. Because normally, at least with the... I keep getting grenade launchers. I got a grenade launcher from this one before. Here it is. I've already done a video on this one, but still, these things are nasty when the NPCs decide to pick these up. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So that there was the USAS-12. I think you get the idea. So in terms of its power, it's... I'm taking rads. No, don't stand out of here. Whoops. Ah, yes, the movement thing, it conflicts with my hotkey for the grapple hook. That's interesting, but we'll have to adjust that. But yeah, that's it for the USAS-12. I think you get the idea. So in terms of its power, it is greatly outdoing and above what you can get out of a combat shotgun. So I suppose if its role is to be a cool substitution for it, I think it's just honestly a step up to be a true endgame weapon, where honestly this game is sort of lacking anyway. You get a combat shotgun early to mid game, and by the time it's leveled up or you've got your gun nut stuff all ranked up, it's not going to be as good as, say, a handmade rifle. Even in close quarters, your handmade rifle will just do so much more damage in comparison. So this one, to just be that little bit of a step above the vanilla game combat shotgun, gives it a nice little niche. Not that there's probably plenty of other shotgun mods that already do that, but this one I feel like does a pretty good job at filling that, and it doesn't feel like it strays too far from the ethos of Fallout 4's weapon customization design either. So it kind of slots right in kind of perfectly. If you gave it some sort of generic name and made it look less one-to-one, you could probably get away with it having like a DAC tier mod where it looks just close enough to be so you know what it is, but it actually isn't, sort of thing. So I feel like this sits in quite well, and if you are interested to see this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. Also, if you want to spruce up the sound on this thing a little bit, you can get combat shotgun sound replacers, and it'll obviously work because they're using the same sound. So you could probably do something a little bit like that to make it feel even more separated from the combat shotgun, which is cool. Or you could go into the creation kit itself and, you know, mess around with the sound files and change the pitch and the cadence and to make it feel a little bit stronger. But I think that's about it for this one. So link in the description if you want. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Vikkie's also a follow on mod. She comes with Carla and Kira as well. Nuclear Word represent. Thanks for watching, guys.